Hello, and welcome to episode 63 of the Movie Bros podcast. We are your hosts, Duncan and Hayden. Hello, hello, everyone.
Welcome back, everyone.
Uh, if you're new, folks, this is a weekly podcast where we pick one movie, watch that movie, discuss, ramble, banter, argue, laugh at, laugh about, all the things you can think of. And we cover kind of all kinds of genres and all kinds of eras. But if you have a suggestions on something we should be watching and should be talking about, there is Spotify comments, there is YouTube comments, there is Instagram DMs if you want to reach out that way. We post this every single week on Sundays, so look for that. If you want to hit the bell notification, that way you don't miss an episode, I would highly recommend it. Otherwise, Hayden, what are we talking about / watching this week?
Well, this week we are talking about Horrible Bosses. This is a first for us. I don't think we've done a pure comedy, or at very least a live action pure comedy. You could make the argument we've talked about Emperor's New Groove, but it's not really the same thing. This came out in 2011, directed by Seth Gordon and written by Michael Markowitz, John Francis Daly, and Jonathan Goldstein. This stars Jason Bateman, Charlie Day, Jason Sudeikis, Kevin Spacey, Jennifer Aniston, and Colin Farrell, with guest appearances by Donald Sutherland and Julie Bowen.
Looking at Seth Gordon's filmography, this is coming. He's done other things, but like he did like the bad Baywatch movie, some shitty
Oh
Netflix
no.
Back in Action, Four Christmases, Identity Theft with what's her name? Melissa McCarthy and Jason Bateman. But this
A lot
seems
of Modern Family, that makes sense. The
yeah,
Office, Community, Parks and Rec. Okay, so he okay.
he's got experience. Um yeah, where do you want to start with this, Hayden?
So I guess the only bit of trivia I have for this is that the writer John Francis Daly, we have already covered one of his movies previously on the podcast. What do you believe it was?
Well, he's not. I mean, he's an actor, he's a writer, he's a director.
He's
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 in Freaks
both.
and Geeks. The guy's been around for a while.
Yes, but
Um,
we talked
he
about a movie that
also
he wrote and directed
let me think back. Give me a
and
sec.
cameoed under some makeup.
Let me just think for a second.
Okay.
Can you give me a
It,
hint?
it won't be an easy connection to make. Um, it stars Chris Pine.
Chris Pine? What did
Chris
we
Pine.
start? Hold on, let me Dungeons and Dragons, I think is the only thing we've done with Chris Pine in it, right?
Yep. He wrote and directed Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves, as well as playing Jarnathan, the big bird guy.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Which I just like that's kind of a crazy, 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon kind of thing.
Mhm. Okay.
Well,
Interesting enough.
so last week with Princess Mononoke, we led with ratings. Do we want to end with ratings this time?
Sure. So just
Okay.
general vibes, I would say I have not seen this. You have. I
Although to
knew
be
that
fair, I don't know that I've seen it since it came out, so for all
and
intents and
like
purposes, I saw it for the first time.
and although I haven't seen it, like you, I don't know, you kind of know the gist to a certain degree. People hate their
Yeah.
bosses. They want to curl. I mean, the guys end up doing the thing that a lot of people think about, but they're obviously not very good at it. Just off the bat, Jesus Christ, Kevin Spacey, just what an absolute asshole.
Well, I mean, now that we know what we know about Kevin Spacey, quote unquote, allegedly, it's pretty fun to watch him get fucked over.
Yes, some of that stuff doesn't age great.
Oh God, no, no. I think Colin Farrell is definitely having more fun.
Of the three like horrible bosses, I like his arc the best.
Oh, well, yeah, because he gets shot.
Well, not even just that. Like, I don't know. I just the Jen Aniston stuff. Yeah, she's hot. I get it. It just
I don't want to get into this already.
I don't like it. I don't like it, man.
I I don't like it either, but I am going to disagree with you in saying that she's hot. I've never gotten the appeal, but that is neither here nor there. Super weird, super uncomfortable. Didn't have a good time.
Meghan Markle just in this for, like, 20
Right?
seconds,
Just
just
ran
like,
like,
oh,
I
and
mean,
Mr. Fantastic is in this for, like, 2
oh my
minutes
god, I
as the
forgot!
guy who pisses on people for money.
Genuinely, I paused that and laughed my ass off. That's so funny.
Some of this okay, I will say, like, some of this I found, like, oh, like, very funny, but I don't
I
know,
I
maybe
I
it's
do
just
think
it came out, 15 years ago
the
and it
longer
shows
it
or
goes on, so I think it starts out with a very tight, interesting premise, and there are a lot of
Mhm,
great bits.
yes.
I think for the first, I mean, arguably 3/4 of the movie, I think I think the 3rd/4 slash fourth act kinda drops the ball a little bit,
Mhm.
and
I agree.
it tries to make it more like almost like a crime noir than it needs to be.
Well, I
Like,
think
it's still a satisfying ending,
it
but it
is, but
wasn't
yes, I
as
agree.
funny as it started.
I do really like, the combination of Jason Sudeikis, Charlie Day, and,
They are a great
Jason
trio.
Bateman, not Patrick Bateman, Jesus. Yeah, they're great. They're fantastic.
Kinda makes you wanna watch the second one, which has Christoph Waltz and Chris Pine again.
I saw the poster for it after I finished this. I was like, I mean, I mean,
Apparently,
I
it's
would
not the same director and not the same writers, though, so I don't know if it'll be as good.
the hair on Colin Farrell, like the comb over, like it's so good.
Oh, it's awful.
It's so good. Oh, it's so fucking good, dude.
Well, I was reading some of the trivia off IMDb when I was grabbing stuff for, Fast Film Facts. Apparently, a lot of his apartment and his look was taken directly from suggestions from Colin Farrell because he's like, "Look,
Mm.
this guy needs to be weirdly into Japan. He needs to look like he, like, lives in his mother's basement until just this moment." Like,
Yes.
they gave him a huge belly. He's got a giant, like, Megamind head, and yeah, it looks awful. But apparently that was a lot of his idea.
Thinking about, like, the whole, Jason Bateman's job where you're like, "Oh, I'm working all these weekends and just to go for this promotion." I was like, "Man, this is so before the time of, like, the whole quiet
The
quitting,
Yeah.
oh, I'm gonna, like, basically ruin my life for this job that, like, no one" like, it's just a different age. Uh,
Which is a crazy thing to think about because this isn't actually that old. It's
it's
only
not that
10
old, but,
years ago.
like,
Like,
I don't know,
I
like,
mean, don't get me
looking
wrong.
back at that kind of, like, "Oh, I'll just, like, put my head down and basically have no life outside of this job," just that sounds absolutely insane to me.
I did have a weird moment. So, um, Jason Sudeikis, his whole thing is that he works for a chemical company.
Mhm,
I have worked that job. They walk through. There's a scene where they walk through the warehouse area where we meet Meghan Markle and he hits on her
uh-huh.
because that's his whole thing. But like that, I have been in that environment. I've worked for a chemical company. That's kind of what it looks like.
Well, this is accurate
It
then.
was well, sure, but it was just a weird moment of what the fuck is going on. This is not the connection I thought was going to happen here.
Yeah. The
So
whiskey that Kevin Spacey makes fucking, like, dude, that is a lot of whiskey, Jesus Christ.
well, and
That's like
like
that's like 4 shots, dude.
I mean, obviously that's the joke, but just
Ugh,
like I'm sitting here
God.
thinking like, okay, it's got to be like tea or diet coke or something like that.
Oh,
Like they're
for sure.
obviously like
Yes.
it's like 2 cups worth of quote unquote whiskey, and you just absolutely ridiculously.
Yes.
I really liked how progressively uncriminal Jamie Foxx's character gets.
Mhm. I was literally that's one of my
Like,
next notes is like, why they just assume again because he's just a black guy at a bar. They're like, "Oh, yeah,
well,
criminal, got it."
I love their first attempt where they go into that bar and Jason Sudeikis I think is like, "Oh, we're looking for someone to kill someone," and just gets completely. It wasn't Jason Sudeikis, it was Jason Bateman, and he continually steps over his toes and like it just. I really loved how when the funny moments were hitting, it was actually really smart, tight writing. I was worried this was going to be more of like a Will Ferrell comedy where it was
Mhm.
just over the top, swearing all the time for no reason. Can't stand that kind of comedy. I would also lump a lot of Adam Sandler into that. But I
Yeah.
like that this was actually fairly quick paced situational stuff and less like sophomoric kind of things.
I liked, My Man. Anytime he
And he
tried to,
kept
like
doing it.
see, again, I feel like I think I like that it did that stuff, but I don't think it was enough. Like,
It
there were
it
funny
did
bits.
feel like
I don't know, I felt like
weirdly
it would have been more
subdued.
funny. Sorry?
I said it did feel like weirdly subdued.
Mhm. Mhm.
Like, I mean, all the funny bits were funny, but I agree that it never felt like it was pushing the envelope in any real way.
Correct, yeah, it didn't yeah, it felt like it was like, like, we're at, like, 70%, like,
Mhm.
you're not there yet.
Like, outside of all of the language, which don't get me wrong, there is a lot of language, especially coming from Jennifer Aniston, but, like,
Yes.
this was a PG-13 movie in a lot of ways. Like,
Mhm.
outside of all the swearing, you could have made this PG-13. I mean, it wouldn't have been as funny, but you could have done it.
Yeah, and, like, for the cast that you got, both the guys and the bosses, I feel like you really could have, like you could have put some gas on this, like, I don't know, you could have gone
Well,
not, like,
I
so
kind of
not so
sorry.
crazy are the, like I don't know, just again, I feel like it's almost there, but it is missing something.
Yeah. I do kind of like that, not that Jason Bateman, Charlie Day, and Jason Sudeikis weren't, like, big names back then, like, clearly they were known. I like that all of the big names are the bosses, so it's easier to root for the normal guys because they weren't, like, huge stars.
Sure, sure.
Because Jason Sudeikis was still probably killing it on SNL at the point on
Mhm.
SNL at that point, and he would have been arguably the biggest star in this. Well, no,
Uh,
I guess Arrested
Kevin Spacey,
Development
dude.
with well, no, I mean, like, of the 3 main
Oh,
characters.
I mean, Sonny was pretty was rolling at that point, dude.
You know what? That's true. I often forget about Sunny just because they don't actually do that much advertising for their own show. They're kind of a word of mouth
Even
thing, which
though,
is
I mean,
also a wild concept to think about for being on the air for nearly, like, 20 years.
I was just thinking, I was like, they've been like, they're on
Being
season, like, 18 or something like
well,
that,
I you know
which is
what I
crazy.
mean, though.
Oh,
Like,
I know.
you never see commercials for it. Like, people just know it's good. So my
The
question to you, though,
yes?
um, if you had to work under one of these bosses, which would it be and why?
Oh, boy. Not Kevin Spacey, could not do it. Well, I feel like I would work under Colin Farrell because I feel like I'm smart enough to where I could still, like, manage him.
Maybe.
I don't
I
know,
think I'm actually gonna go Kevin Spacey.
what? That sounds fucking
I
terrible,
think
dude.
okay, okay, hear me out. I think that personally, he is probably
The
the
worst, yes.
worst to treat me like if I'm Jason Bateman, he treats me worse than Colin Farrell treats Jason Sudeikis,
Yes.
but I feel like the company you're working for is better.
Yes, but I don't know, man. I don't think that'd be worth it. Like,
I mean,
cu
it's a good point.
keep in mind the opening scene where he's 2 minutes late at 7:02 and no one else is even there yet.
602 even earlier.
Was it 6:02 or 7? I thought it
Yeah.
was 7:02. Either way, like, that's fucking I can't do that shit.
No. I have worked a start time at like 5 a.m. before, and I will never go back to that. That is it just you feel like a zombie. I do think it's interesting how neither one of us picked being the dental assistant.
I think the job itself would be easy. Uh,
Cause that's what I'm thinking too. Cause like you're just handing her tools, joking
yeah, and, like,
aside.
I don't know. Yeah, that just sounds well, and, she also showed throughout the movie that, like, she also has some amount of brains for blackmail and the like, so she seems more devious. I wouldn't wanna deal with that.
Yeah, I feel like Colin Farrell's is definitely the most stupid.
Yeah, just as long as he's in the bathroom doing coke all day, that's fine.
Oh my god, that scene where they drop the coke in his, like, shag carpet,
Oh,
and
they're
Charlie
trying to
Day,
vacuum oh,
like,
dude, all of
gets
that's fantastic.
progressively more coked out of his mind. Just oh my
Yes.
god, it was so funny. Like, it's bits like that, like, the first half to three-quarters of this movie are just hilarious. It just kind of fumbles a touchdown.
Yeah, like, and we'll get to ratings here in a second, but, uh, like, I enjoyed it, but I wouldn't be like, "Man, I really want them to make a second one." Like, I had fun.
I think it's weird I mean, I guess it's not weird that they made a second one. I'm sure it was
It was,
successful,
that era,
but
yeah, where more comedies.
like, well, not just that. I think it's odd that they chose to make a movie sequel like this when the story is completely wrapped up.
Yeah, they're like, "Oh, yeah, that's a good point." Like, they literally do wrap up all the stories, like, "Oh, I guess we get to make an entirely new plot around the same guy." I don't know. And it's not the same director
Yeah,
or anything like that. Yeah.
definitely felt like a studio decision, but
Hey, if the money's there.
I swear I recognize the two detectives that bring them in
The
for
2
the brief
detectives?
questioning from something.
I don't remember
Probably
what
just
it is.
probably just other cop shows because I think they just play cops in pretty much most things. No, it's the large black guy and then the white guy with the bad hair.
Let me look. I'm looking at Letterbox now. I mean, well, I recognize their college friend, Kenny Summerfield. Let's see. Oh, yeah, Wendell Pierce, the black guy. I mean, he's been around for
Yeah,
a long time. He's been in everything from the new Superman movie to,
right. He
Selma,
he
Malcolm
he
X,
played Perry White.
newspaper. Yes. No, again, if you look at he's been around a long time. But the other guy, oh, Ron White. He's a Ron White's a stand-up comedian. That's where you probably recognize him
Oh
from.
right, yeah, that's why.
Yes. Yeah, they're both, I would say, well, like, again, if you saw them, I'd be like, "Oh, I recognize them." I don't know if, like, in the moment I could be like, "Oh, they're that person," but yeah. Okay, ratings?
Well, we haven't done a comedy on here pretty much ever, so that was fun. As I think I've alluded to a couple times, I don't think it sticks the landing as well as I wanted it to. But for what it is, I thought it was pretty smart and funny. So I'm not gonna go like a 3.5 out of 5. I don't know if I would ever choose to like hunt it down to rewatch it, but if it was like on like the TV, yeah, I'd probably watch it there.
Yeah, I would say very probably similar 3 to 3.5. Like, some of this has aged not so good, but again, you have to keep in mind it's from, 15 or so years ago.
Yeah,
The trio lead of both the bosses
they
and
are incredibly solid.
the the casting of this is really well done, I think. I just wish Colin Farrell had more screen time, honestly. Like, I feel
Me
like
too.
especially by the last quarter of the movie, it was mostly just Kevin Spacey time.
I noticed that as well because like I mean even Jennifer Aniston's character, even though there is a running gag of Jason Sudeikis having sex with every woman he meets, like
Mhm.
that's kind of the last thing we hear about her, other than that super weird bit with the bathtub.
Yes. Yeah. But yeah,
Because
again, the whole, like, climax of the movie is really just Kevin Spacey's character,
yeah.
which again, at the time, that's, House of Cards, he is a big name, so I get
Oh
it.
right, House of Cards 2011. That would yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
But yes, more Colin Farrell. So I would say, yeah, 3 to 3.5 is where I would put it.
Does it make you want to watch the second one?
Again, if someone's like, "Oh, I'm watching this, do you wanna watch?" I'd say, "Sure." I'm not gonna be like, "Oh, let me go out of my way to watch this." I think is where I'm at.
That's fair. That's fair. Because I
Does
don't
it
think it's also available for streaming off Netflix. I think you'd have to find it someplace else.
hmm. Does it bucket? I mean,
No.
I don't think it does. I was trying to think of
Which I think would be a problem for a lot of comedies is that there's not a lot of like
things.
physical propped stuff that you could use to do buckets with.
Yeah, maybe not.
I just had a thought because I was thinking, oh, you could do one where it was like maybe it's a dentist thing, and one, oh, you could get a chemical barrel. What does Kevin Spacey's company do? Do we ever actually know? Is it ever actually
I
mentioned?
I don't know if we ever know. I was gonna guess, like, insurance or something, like, I don't know. Import, export?
I
I
mean,
don't
I
know.
guess it doesn't really matter. It just matters that he's the worst. But just like I just had the thought of, oh, it never actually tells us what Kevin Spacey's job is, or not his job, but his company.
Correct.
So no, I don't believe it buckets. The other
Alright.
question I have though, would you
Uh-huh.
recommend this to people?
Yeah, I mean, it's fun. Like, oh, if you want to put something on that, like, yeah, I would generally be like, if you're looking for something light and you are not watching it with your parents or your kids,
I
'cause,
I don't I actually think you could watch this with your parents
you
because
could.
it's not actually as raunchy compared to what you would get nowadays for comedies. For
That's true.
2010, it probably was considered that, but like nowadays, it's not actually that bad.
I suppose not.
Should we get you perhaps a coffee?
Not at 11. Not at a quarter to midnight, Hayden. Um,
I have coffee on my desk right now.
that's
I think
fucking
you
insane,
probably
dude.
I think you probably heard me set it down earlier.
All right. Anything else you want to say about horrible bosses before we move on to something else?
um I was gonna say, like, sometimes the bar sequences looked kind of nice just because they were using a lot of neon sign lighting, but
Hmm.
it is a fairly just straight blocking movie, but I wasn't expecting anything artistic from a comedy, so
True. Yeah. Yeah. The music wasn't anything exciting or interesting. The
I I don't think
cinematography,
I don't think they even had created music for this. I think they just used, like,
yes.
pre-existing stuff. Well, that was Horrible Bosses that we both thought was roughly around a 3.5 out of 5. That was Does It Bucket? The answer is no. So we're now going to move on to things we've watched, things we're looking forward to, movie news in general. Duncan, why don't we start off with you?
Well, I watched Sacramento, which came out in 2024. This is
Oh,
a
A Real Pain with Michael Cera.
sort of, but honestly, just not as good.
Oh no.
The outfits were cute. The story was like a clear, easy story to follow. I don't know if it really accomplished like it didn't hit as hard as a real pain hit. Um,
Yeah.
the facial hair horrendous. I don't know if it was on purpose to be horrendous, but both the main guy who is the kid from Sky High from like 20 years ago, who also
Yep.
directed this, and Michael Cera both have horrendous facial hair. The cinematography it was really strange. So it was all over the place. It would go from like shaky like, a camcorder to like um beautifully cinematic or like it was like there's a full like it felt like they were going through, like, 7 different like, "Oh, let's try this different camera setup. Oh, let's try this." Like, every scene
Interesting.
was different. Um, yeah, it was very strange. The colors in it were really nice, though. It felt kind of because it is California, it kinda felt La La Land-esque because the colors really popped. Um, yeah, I'd say, like, I'm glad I saw it. I don't think I would either A, recommend it, or B, see it again. I watched The Order. Do you know what this is, Hayden?
Uh, Not off name, no.
Came out last year, stars Jude Law, Nicholas Hoult, Ty Sheridan. Those are, like, the big 3 name.
No,
Um,
but it feels like I should have heard of it.
I don't remember how I discovered this. It is bonkers that it's on Disney Plus because it's technically Hulu. Like, holy fucking shit, dude.
Well,
And
okay, is it like an action movie? Is it a horror movie? What is it?
so it's based off a, like, very real events that happened, in Washington on Whidbey Island. In the I think it's the
Okay.
'80s. Uh, so, Jude Law is a FBI agent who gets stationed there or in, like, Washington area, and there is an Aryan Nation movement led by Nicholas Hoult,
Oh,
who
fun.
are I mean, it's not a feel-good movie, but, like, it's I mean, the acting is great, the cinematography is beautiful because it's all like, there's so many scenes of, like, oh, they're, like, uh, they're robbing this bank truck to build funds for their, like, terrorist attacks. Oh, and they're on I-5, like, passing through all these, like, beautiful canyons. The color grading is
Huh.
fantastic.
I've
No, the
never
movie was
heard of
really
it.
it was really good. It's again,
I'm just gonna Google this real quick.
you're not gonna feel great. Like it's not like
Oh, Justin Kurzel.
it's again, it was really good, but I would not probably recommend it to a lot of people. Um,
I recognize the director from a few other things. That that tracks super hard that it was not a fun time.
Oh, I'm
Um,
just now looked at he did the True History of the Kelly Gang, which we saw and was
yep,
also not a great time. He did Macbeth. He did Assassin's
that
Creed.
version of Macbeth, that version of Macbeth, genuinely excellent.
I've
Like,
seen
even if you
I've
don't like Shakespeare,
the
it's
stills
amazing.
that I've seen look amazing. Let's see. So I saw that. I rewatched The Adventures of Tintin, which honestly,
It's a that is a banger and a half. I love that movie.
clinically underrated. Like so fucking good. And I feel like
Just
this is
and
like,
it is looks incredible too.
well, yeah. I mean, the music, like all parts of this. I'm like, oh, this is why Spielberg is like this is so good. And,
Yeah,
like there's
like,
all
please
parts
make
of
an
it.
entire series of those. It's such a great and super fun movie.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, oh, it's just a fun adventure in
It's
like the
like
purest form.
and it reminds me of what, a young Indiana Jones movie would
I
look
thought that
like.
exact bit. I was like, oh, if
Like, I
Indiana Jones was a
you could
teenager,
slot that in and on like, you could have slapped that title on it and given him brown hair, I would have believed it.
and then I rewatched Pacific Rim because I'm at the parents and I'm using their TV, and that was also fucking awesome.
I rewatched Pacific Rim on their TV as well. It fucking slaps. I love Pacific Rim.
For what it is, I mean, I was
I
thinking
mean,
about this, and
I'm not gonna sit here and say, "Oh, this is like great moving, writing, and super
yeah,
deep
there's
characters." But if I want to watch incredibly well designed CG robots punch monsters in the face, that is
yeah,
my go-to movie.
oh, it's fucking, and like the world that Del Toro usually builds with all of his movies is excellent.
Oh yeah.
Even like the like downtown like Tokyo part where like the like scavengers are like taking apart the kaiju.
Mhm.
I don't know, just like, oh, this is like you can see he is the right person to direct direct this. But on the flip side, there's some of the conversations, especially with the dad and son.
Well,
Those two
that's what the
guys are like
fast forward
they're
way.
fucking caricatures of people. Jesus.
Yeah,
And I think that's all I watched.
it's
Hayden, did you watch anything this
it's another
week?
Charlie Day movie too.
Oh yeah, it is
Playing a anxiety-ridden little weasel,
to a certain degree.
kind of.
Second one was so bad. Ugh.
I paid money for it in theaters and I own a copy.
I think I've seen it twice, and I was like, oh, maybe it's better the second. Nope, it's still
Nope,
terrible.
it never gets better. And what I hate about the second Pacific Rim is that it could have been really good. Like, I don't even hate the plot line. It's just every bit of execution is bad.
Well, everything it's too much in like the light. What I like about the first one is
That is
so much of it is at night, and the
oh yeah.
lighting, all the rain, the lights coming off of the actual Jaegers, like everything is so like washed out in the daytime.
I a couple years ago did a kind of like play for play thing where I would watch the movie, pause, and upload jokes or critiques to like an Instagram story thing as the movie played.
Mhm.
And I remember coming away watching the copy that I owned and bought. The biggest criticisms are yes, it should be held at night because that's where all the bioluminescence of the kaiju actually looks cool. But also,
Mhm.
the Jaegers in this one move too quickly and nothing feels like it has weight. Like they're over there, they're jumping around doing like somersaults in the air and like
Mhm.
acrobatics, and they're taller than buildings, but it doesn't feel that way because in the first one, they're moving around, they're clunking, like they have to charge up and like power up their fists and things like that, and you can feel that they're big robots. In the second one, I may as well be watching uh, a Power Rangers movie. It's too fast.
It's a good critique. I can understand that. Did you watch anything this week,
Um,
Hayden?
I I have 4 movies to talk about. Yeah.
All right, have at
Um,
it.
so also on the parents' new TV because we're all using that excuse. I watched all 3 Hobbit movies, and I still really enjoy 2.5 of them. Um, the third one I have issues with, but I still think that the first two are some of the best fantasy adventure movies, created in the last 20 years. I think they are a ton of fun. They still look amazing. The music's great. I know that there is definitely a drop in quality from Lord of the Rings, but on some level, anything that's not the extended version of Lord of the Rings, it'll be a drop in quality. Those are perfect movies, all three of them. These two are just really good ones. I don't think it's a fair criticism to say that, oh, they're not as good as some of the best movies ever made in history of cinema, therefore they must all be bad. No, they're still great. So I greatly enjoy those. And then I went out to theaters and I watched Conjuring Last Rites. Remember what we talked about beforehand when I was like, "Oh, hey, I really hope it's not bad because the director made some other shitty movies."
I did see that, the box office, though,
Oh
exploded
yeah,
for it.
it is now the highest opening weekend for a horror movie ever, which that's great.
Crazy.
I'm glad Blumhouse is making their money. That movie was some ass. That movie was bad. It just one is not scary. Two, it is over 2 hours long, which is never a good sign for a horror movie. You want a horror movie to be
Be quick.
fast and quick and scary. You don't want to linger too long on anything because the more you linger on stuff in a horror movie, the more cracks you can see in the story. And there was cracks big enough you could drive a bus through in this movie. Um, yeah, I was really really disappointed, and I'll have a whole episode about that on my other podcast coming out next month, which it'll be way not a recent topic anymore, but I'll have a whole episode going through each one of the Conjuring movies, giving my thoughts, and this one will be included in it. Suffice to say, I did not enjoy it. I will not be adding it to the collection of the ones that I own because I own the other three. This is a serious drop in quality, so would not recommend.
All right, Hobbit and horror. Good combo.
Hobbit and some disappointing horror. Yeah.
Is there anything coming that we should be talking about?
I don't think there's anything new that we haven't talked about before. I'm seeing if I've sent you anything recently. Because usually on our Instagrams, we'll send each other like movie news and, oh,
Sure.
did you see this, that, and the other. I don't think there's anything new. Oh, there's a movie called Dust Bunny, being directed by the people who
Uh-huh.
did the Hannibal show, also starring
Which
Mads Mikkelsen.
great show, Jesus.
Yes. This looks like it'll be a very different tone, but just based upon the pedigree of the people involved, I am slightly interested in it. I'm not sure about the actual movie itself.
I purposely did not watch the new trailer for Wake Up Dead Man.
I have not watched it yet either because I want to be as surprised as possible,
Uh-huh.
but I am also very interested in watching it.
Yep. And I've actually been hearing a lot of good things, which to a certain degree makes me feel good for The Rock for the Smashing Machine.
I hope it's good. I'm never interested that much in boxing movies because they're kind of all the same.
Yeah, I'm
But
sure,
good for The Rock.
yes, oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's not doing the same shit. There was a movie I just watched a trailer for that looks fairly Oscar baity, and I can see for my work, I bet it would do good money. Song Sung Sadly, I think it's called, or Song Sung Blue. It
Never
stars
heard of it.
Hugh Jackman as a Neil Diamond impersonator.
Okay. That's odd.
It looks like a very feel good, warm. I think it doesn't come out till Christmas time.
Yeah,
Uh,
that kind of tracks.
Wicked 2 is coming, but again, I could not give
Could
any
not
less
give a
of a
fuck.
shit. Um,
Um, Filming has started on the Wolfman movie
yep,
from not Zach Krager, uh
Robert Eggers.
Robert Eggers. They have similar names. Although, just remember, speaking of Zach Krager, I am finally seeing Weapons Tomorrow.
Good.
there's been some financial stuff on my end that needed clearing up, and I just got my paycheck, so I am gonna go see it now.
Yeah, it's worth seeing for sure. Uh, we're showing Downton Abbey, the grand final right now at my work, and boy howdy,
Oh,
like,
so you're showing a sleep aid.
oh, dude, there's been several times where I've gone in to like deliver a cocktail or food or something, and like multiple people are asleep.
That's actually embarrassing because only diehard fans are gonna wanna go watch this, and
That's what I'm
even if
saying.
they're asleep, that's bad.
Well, it's just you can tell like the average age of. So
Oh,
keep in
yeah,
mind, so this is
mid-60s.
the third movie plus a series that people watch. So like just the amount of like content you need to be able to know about to understand the gravity of this being the final.
Yeah.
Yeah, God. Like it looks pretty, but like I don't give a fuck about, oh, you're like leaving your rich British home.
Like, the entire premise is rich people move house. That's
Yes.
not a movie. So something that I'm interested in, I know that perhaps actually no, I know that you are not interested in because you didn't think the first one was all that entertaining, but they are making another Mario movie because
Oh,
obviously,
I saw the poster. I was like, I don't give a fuck.
well, okay, I'm not going to sit here and defend the first one as like some great cinematic achievement. It is a very pretty movie. It is a very fun movie. It's also a very brainless movie. I'm sure the
Why Chris
second one
Pratt?
will be
Why?
a name recognition. I'm again, I'm not defending that either, but I will probably watch Super Mario Galaxy. I think it'll be very much the same movie, but it will still be a fun one.
Yeah. What else has come out? I think that's.
Avatar 3?
Yeah, we've talked about that before.
Yes, we have.
No, I think that's it, and I'm fine with that.
Well, this has been episode 63 of the Movie Bros podcast. Make sure to check us out on Instagram at the movie underscore bros. We both have our own podcast. Duncan has Dunk's Movie Corner, and mine is not yet released because I literally haven't thought of a name yet that I'm happy with. But that'll be next month, so it doesn't really matter yet. Make sure to give us a like, give us a follow, hit that subscribe button, tell your friends, and we will see you next week. And the movie we're watching next week, Duncan, is what? Because I've forgotten.
We're gonna be watching Friendship. So this is
Ah, yes.
Paul Rudd, Tim Robbins, and if I mean everyone knows who Paul Rudd is because he's in everything and he doesn't age. But
Well, I
if
would
you
also say Tim Robbins is also not like well known now, but he's definitely more in
he's
the
more
public
on the
eye.
radar. He's
Yeah,
the guy who did the I Think You Should Leave. He's like absurdist
like if you like
comedy.
really awkward absurdist comedy, that is what it's going to be.
And I saw just in the news, I think it was yesterday, the day before, he has already signed on to do like a full series on HBO Max called The Chair Company,
Of course.
where he basically is uncovering like a corporate secret at the company. I don't know, but I don't think it's going to be like the craziness that he. I don't know a ton about it, but so that's what we're going to be talking about next week. If you want to follow along, you can watch that. Friendship is on HBO Max, and we'll be talking about that next week, and we posted on Sunday.
Sunday.
And we'll see you all then.